My name is Renee and I am a member of the Camp Boggy Creek family. Today we are going to be making one of my favorite recipes, some really simple oat pancakes. Alright, so first we're going to need 2 bananas. So what we're going to do is put the bananas into the mixing bowl here and start mashing them. Just take a fork or a potato masher or whatever tool you have at home. Just start mashing the bananas up just like so. You want to make sure that they're really nice and ripe spotted bananas too, because otherwise your pancakes won't be as sweet, and the bananas are what gives them a good flavor. When they look like this, a nice mashed banana, you can add in your second ingredient, which is 2 cups of quick cook oats. Now you want to use the quick cook oats in this recipe because you're just stirring them in, and if you use the regular oats, it can get kind of clumped and they won't turn into pancakes as much. So it's going to look like that right now. You just start stirring it up till that's kind of combined just a little bit, not the whole way. And then you're going to add your 1 cup of milk. Now you can use whatever kind of milk you want. You can use dairy milk, you can use non-dairy milk. I personally use oat milk. That's my favorite non-dairy kind of milk, so I think it goes really well in here because they are oat pancakes. But whatever milk you have in your house will work just fine. And then again, just kind of stir that up here. Looking good. It looks like this now, just kind of a thick but, soupy batter. So it's looking good. Make sure that's nice and combined. And now our next ingredient is going to be 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract. I just got it in this little bowl here. Gonna pour that in. Okay. All right. So again, stir that up. And now here comes for the last ingredient. Makes these pancakes taste really special. So we're gonna get out my zester. And if you guys don't have one of these, that is totally okay. You can use a substitution, which would be orange juice, because here I'm gonna zest the orange, which means that I'm just gonna scrape just the tiniest bit of peeling off of it, just to get the flavor from it, but not all the way down to the white part, just the top, just a little bit. But as I said, if you don't have this at home, just use about a tablespoon or so of orange juice, and that will do just fine. Anyways, as you can see, I'm just rubbing the orange against the zester, just getting the very fine bit of the peeling, just for the flavor, not all the way down. Alright, so when you're done zesting it, the orange should look something like this. As I said, just the top layer, the bottom white layer of the orange doesn't have that much flavor, and you don't want that in your pancakes. Now, to combine all the ingredients, make sure they're nice and combined here. I've got a spatula now because the fork wasn't working so well. So a nice good stirring spoon or a spatula, whatever you have at home will work. Just now the oats are starting to soak up some of the milk and batter, turning into more of a pancake consistency here. These are nice and thick, which is why I like them. They are really easy to make, super simple, not a lot of ingredients, and really fast. Alright, so now the batter looks something like this. Just a nice thick consistency. Oops, don't want to spill it. And I am ready to cook. For this part of the recipe, we're going to be using the stove, so make sure to grab an adult before you start. Alright, everyone ready? So what we're going to do here is we have a nice hot pan. I've already heated it up, and this special pan is green and it's a non-stick pan, but if you don't have a non-stick pan at home, then make sure to use some cooking spray or put a very small amount of oil in the bottom of the pan because these pancakes themselves could stick. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna start adding the pancakes into the pan. Now I've got right here a nice 1/4 cup measuring. You can just eyeball it, do however amount suits you, but I like to have them all a same size. Alright, I think we can get 3 in here very nicely. Oh yeah, that looks good. So this is what the pancakes look like while they are in the pan. We're just gonna wait for them to cook and then we'll flip them over. If you want to, now is also a good time to add some toppings to your pancakes. So I think that I'm gonna add some blueberries just to cook in there so I can have blueberry pancakes. So here we go. Okay, I think that the pancakes are done on the first side, so I'm ready to give them a little flip. So here we go. Woo! All right, that looks good. So just using, a little spatula or something like this, just gently reach under each pancake and flip it over. They're a little fragile, but they should stay together pretty well when you flip them, as long as they are done on the one side. If you want to see what they look like now that they're flipped, the blueberries are facing the pan, although one little guy seems to have escaped. But they're just slightly a little bit browned on the one side. Make sure that they're staying together. And now we got to just wait for them to cook on the other side and they'll be done. Our pancakes are almost done cooking on their second side, which means we just need to wait for them to be done and we can flip them onto the plate. But first, I have some extra blueberries here, and so I'm going to give the dog a treat. Thatcher, come! Sit. Good girl. All right, now we're ready to flip our pancakes onto the other side. All right, so I just going to grab my plate here, just take each pancake out of the pan, flip it onto my plate in a nice little stack. Ooh, those look so good. Now, I want to make sure now that I'm done cooking, I turn the stove off. This is what they look like as the finished product of my pancakes. So if I want to, I can add some more toppings. I'm just going to add a few fresh strawberries that I've cut up. That looks good. And then just a little bit of syrup. All right, let's give them a taste to see how they turned out. Wow, those are really good. I hope you'll enjoy making these at home. Thank you so much. See you later, everyone.